As the Mustangs host San Leandro, the Stangs have won 5 straight over the Pirates. Will they continue that streak tonight? You'll find out next. Happy Friday night wherever you may be, and welcome to Sam Zackheim Memorial Field on the campus of Monte Vista High School for this Friday night matchup between San Leandro Pirates and the Monte Vista Mustangs. I'm Chris Babcock, and welcome to Monte Vista Football on NorCal Sports TV. You see the captains out on the field, and I want to give a particular attention to number 22, Andrew White. Andrew was voted by his teammates and coaches as team captain, starting safety, and he was a Swiss Army knife on O. But he got hurt in the scrimmage and will be out for the season. He didn't miss a single day of off-season workouts since December 9th. He led by example, described from his teammates as a true dog on the football field, a great student. Multiple colleges asked him about college after camps this summer, and according to his head coach, Johnny Millard, he's the epitome of a football player and what you want as a leader. He walks the walk. I want to bring in my broadcast partner and the head of the road show with us for 20 years, Craig Bergman. And Coach, you teach Andrew. You know him at school. I know you talked to him today. We had a player like Peter Gertz that was hurt and lost his senior season. Talk a little bit about Andrew.
I've gotten to know Andrew over the last 4 years, and he was instrumental with our flag football league. He was a full-time referee for me because he was somebody I could count on. I knew he was going to be there, and he was going to do a phenomenal job. Just a tremendous kid from a great family. His brother Chris also played here, and you feel terrible for him, but he handles it like an adult. When you talk to him and you say, "Gosh darn, I'm so sorry you have to deal with this," he says, it's just one of those things. And that's the kind of kid he is, and he's going to succeed in everything he does. He's just a good kid, hard worker, and I feel awful for him, but I know there's bigger and better things for him to come.
So we've got a matchup between San Leandro and Monte Vista. Last week, the Mustangs got the win on the road at Granada, beat them 42-3. San Leandro lost at home 16-15 to Redwood High School. Little history between these teams. The last time they played was September 6th of 2019. Monte Vista won 20-0. MV has won 5 straight, dating back to November 17th of 2007, and the Mustangs take the field in their home red jerseys. That snapped the highest scoring game in the history of this field. Was back in November of 2007, and it was a 60-42 win. I know there's some guys at home watching that, but Coach, that was Scotty Cordier and company, and whoever had the ball last won that game.
That was an amazing game offensively. There wasn't a lot of defense on either side of the ball, and one of the crazy stats that I still remember to this day is that they were a perfect 10 for 10 on 3rd and 8+. Which I don't know if I've ever seen that at any level, let alone a playoff game of that magnitude with 2 undefeated teams. And it was simply because their quarterback was, we couldn't tackle him. And he was all over the field running, making plays, and we got Scotty Cordier that night.
That was the last Mustang regular season undefeated team. There was 3 Monte Vista Hall of Famers on that team, McAllister, Whalen, and Costanzo. To honor America is our national anthem. I think the students are going to come into the booth. So Brad Boom Bowers is the head coach of San Leandro, and Brad's been doing it for 21 seasons. He's took over as head coach in 2003. Alum of Bellarmine College Preparatory. The Mustangs will host next week. But, Coach, we have a long relationship with Boom. Talk a little bit about Boom and what he does for that community at San Leandro.
He does so much for the community, and he's been the head coach.
And our national anthem. You're watching Monte Vista football on NorCal Sports TV. Ned Mylan has over 19 years of experience in the financial industry, serving individuals, their families, business owners, and corporate executives. Ned proactively helps to develop a comprehensive financial plan in order to provide the appropriate investment strategy for clients. This includes retirement and estate planning, asset management, tax planning, and liability management. Please contact 1998 Monte Vista alum Ned Milan to develop a plan for your family. Ned Milan at Morgan Stanley, seeking to help you simplify your financial life by maximizing your potential for meeting life goals. Welcome back, our officials, referee Rich Roberson, Conrad Walker, Matt MacArthur, and Philip Bryant. Keys to victory, and these come directly from the head coaches. First, for the visiting Pirates, Brad Bowers. Run the ball effectively. They've got a couple of really fast running backs. Be efficient in the passing game and get to the quarterback to disrupt the passing game. For Monte Vista, reading keys on defense, picking up and attacking San Leandro downhill defensive play, and playing fast in all facets of the game, and that's from Coach Millard. So the Mustangs will kick off.
And you got a very dangerous returner who I would be surprised
Kick away,
if we
young
kick
man.
it to him.
Carter Jungie will tee it up for the Mustangs, and he kicks it right to Ferguson. And he's got room to run. Jungie does a good job of using the sideline as his best friend, but Martez Ferguson with about a 30-yard return to start things off for San Leandro.
Well, hopefully there's a few more kickoffs for the Mustangs, and they decide to keep that ball on the ground a little bit because he's such a dangerous returner. Every time he touches the ball, he's a threat to go the distance.
I can hear in films now, we're not kicking to that kid. Wing T offense for the Pirates. They'll run to the boundary and lose a couple yards. With the carry was Jacob Leday, a sophomore. You've got this 8 sophomores playing on San Leandro. Coach, break this down.
Coach, they're running the wing T offense, which you're really going to see 3 basic plays that they'll run out of this. They're going to run what they call the buck sweep, which is a play that you just saw right there. It's an outside hitting play. They're going to pull 2, sometimes 3 linemen to the point of attack. You're going to see a lot of trap, and then you're going to see some what we call waggle, which is play action and roll and try and hit the tight end.
Another running play, and that's a nice combination tackle by the Mustangs. Talon Jones.
That's a buck sweep again. Here you'll see a couple of linemen pulling right up into the hole. Nice job by the Stangs of shutting down the point of attack. The problem with wing T teams is when they get into 3rd and 7, they tend to struggle. And I think 1st and 2nd down for them is going to be huge. They don't want to be in 3rd and 8 too often in this game.
Mateo Congdon and Talon Jones on that combination tackle of working together. I like Congdon. He played quarterback last year, started 9 games, threw for nearly 2,000 yards. He switched positions. He's going to play a lot of defense. He's going to play a lot of plays in the slot. Voted team captain. We both played quarterback. You obviously a lot better than me. But when a kid can humble himself and say, you know what, I'm here for the team, and then getting voted as a team captain all day long.
And Mateo's just a football player. He did a great job at quarterback. He's going to do a phenomenal job on defense and as a slot receiver. He's the kind of kid you want. He's bought into the program. He knows that he needs to be on the field at some position, whether it's quarterback or not, for us to be successful. And I know he's having a ball out there. He's certainly going to play a lot of football.
So 3rd and 8 for the Mustangs. You want to get off the field here, and as you had mentioned, Coach, you don't want to be in a wing T offense. You want to be 3rd and 5 to be able to still have the threat of running the football. They did not throw the ball very well at all last week. They were 2 of 7, and then the quarterback also lost a fumble.
I would look for a play action to the field right here.
That's
what they call waggle.
Beatty, and it's a screen out there. But the Mustangs do a great job of working together in space to make the tackle, and we'll see if San Leandro is going to go for it. It looks like they're going to. But, Coach, how important is to work together out in space?
Yeah, in order to tackle a guy, a big kid like that who's also got some movement to him, you've got to be able to corral him. Don't dive at his feet because one miss and he's going to get the first down. You got to come to balance, be able to tackle in space, and force that 4th down like they did. It was a very nice job.
Mustangs do a good job of rallying up to the football. The punter is Eric Lepe Rios. You've got to watch the football here. Bad snap. Mustangs don't rush. but you got to come up and catch this football because you lose 9 yards, and this is a pet peeve of yours. You lose 9 yards of field position that doesn't go down to the stat book.
And that's an extra first down that you're going to have to make. If you go back there, I think that's an illegal formation. The guy in motion was on the line of scrimmage.
Coach Millard and I were exchanging texts about that today. So the Mustang offense will come out in the field. Junior Braden Turner, the quarterback, was 15 of 18 last week. Tailback Julian McMahon. Thomas Marquardt is the tackle. Zach Strump, the left guard. Aaron Archidera is a center. Ben Fry, a guard. And Will Gurney at right tackle. And Dakota Dixon will rotate in. It's sprint left. Play we're very familiar with. And out in space, and there he goes.
Love the play call.
That's Braden Breedlove.
Get your quarterback involved
had a big
early.
game last week, Coach, including a 90-yard kickoff return. Catches the ball and gets immediately north.
Got a nice job, a nice rub out of the H receiver. Wasn't sure I didn't see who did that, but it was a wonderful job on that. Braden did a good job of getting rid of the ball early, get it into him so he could run with it. Very, very well-designed play and executed very well.
Ford, Clausen, Shahada, and Breedlove, who just made that play. Can we watch that one more time? We used to call this 59 sprint. We'd call out the routes, but the most important thing is the rub. Little peel back block, no call, but a nice gain. Would show that one more time and get that placement for the Mustangs.
Got to be careful on those peel back blocks. They used to be legal, not anymore. Could have been a 15-yarder right there on us.
Big gain.
It's a nice tackle in space to get
about a
Breedlove
34-yard gain to start off the ball, the offense for the Mustangs on 1st and 10.
San Leandro has a lot of two-way players, so fatigue could set in on a warm evening, and it's not as warm as it has been, but fatigue still will set in.
Draw. McMahon's got room to run. Uses a stiff arm. Gets out of bounds. Be marked. Inside. Just outside the 20-yard line. 21 yards. Or 21-yard line. McMahon.
Now, when you watch film on San Leandro, this is an area on the field where they like to bring a lot of blitzes from the inside linebackers. So I would expect some heat to come here, especially with two pass looks early.
29 reach. McMahon runs right through the Pirate defense, and it's touchdown. Monte Vista, 22 yards. Julian McMahon. Breedlove, sprint left. Then McMahon with two runs culminated with his third touchdown of the season. Great second-level blocks by the Mustangs offensive line. And Breedlove helping his running back downfield. And it's a quick score for the Mustangs.
They run and play what we call reach weak right there, which is a zone scheme to the weak side. Very well blocked right there. And it's not something that a lot of teams do. Teams tend to overload the strong side of the offense, so running back weak can be very beneficial, and they expose them right there.
Jungi makes himself 7-7 for the season. Monte Vista 7, San Leandro nothing. You're watching Monte Vista football on NorCal Sports TV. Family owned and operated since 1946 as a full-service jewelry store, Spitz Jewelers has remained true to our founding philosophies. Founded on the tradition of service, quality, and value, today we proudly continue that tradition from the smallest request to the most intricate custom design. We love what we do, and with 3 generations of success as our inspiration, we look forward to continuing these traditions into the future. Come see us at 1333 North Main Street in Walnut Creek. Spitz Jewelers, making memories for over 75 years. Go Mustangs. So Monte Vista, 79-yard drive. Breedlove for a big gain on sprint left. Then the draw to McMahon, and then reach weak, which was a staple of our offense. Monte Vista offensive coordinator Joey Wingert. A little interested nugget for you, Coach Bergman, as the Mustangs directionally kick this time. Mustangs need a breakdown in space, and they do just that. You'll give them the ball on the 30-yard line. In 2022, Monte Vista rushed for a total of 473 yards. In the season opener, they rushed for 176 yards. My Chico State math says that's 36% of the total that they had in 2022.
And you're right now, you tack on another 50 yards after the last two run plays. So
there you go. So last year, Monte Vista was heavy pass. 65% of the time they threw the football. That shifted last week against Granada. And when you have a running back like McMahon and you have a tight end like Ford, and you got Shahada, you have Breedlove, Clausen, etc., you're going to present a lot of threats to the other team's defensive coordinator.
There's a lot of weapons.
Ferguson.
Speaking of weapons.
This play is going to come back. We've got a hold in space.
Ferguson, when he gets loose, he's tough to tackle, and he's the one kid that you have to focus on. He's the one guy that every time he touches it, he can go the distance. And we catch a little bit of a break right there, but
great shot on our hero Cam. So last week he had a lost fumble, but he had 221 yards and 2 touchdowns. That he already equaled what he did the previous season. He had 211 yards. He had runs of 63 yards and 43 yards plus other long runs. The Mustangs need to be they should know where he is on the field.
Well, and he's also a tremendous threat defensively. And he does such a wonderful job running the football. He's a darn good football player all the way around.
Sweep to the wide side of the field, and Congdon and company make a nice play out in space. Also on the tackle. I'll get his number at halftime.
Once again, San Leandro is finding itself behind the chains, not where wing team wants to be. And with the way Monte Vista moved the ball quickly in the first drive and scored, that poses a lot of problems for San Leandro.
So the rule is you have 40 seconds once the whistle is blown from the previous play, and the officials are already doing the hand count, and this is going to be a delay of the game. And there's the whistle. And you're close to your sideline there. You've got to be more efficient in getting those plays. And it's not like they've got a deep playbook, right?
Yeah. And, he's got some young players in there, and he's got a lot of kids playing both ways. So, you don't have a lot of opportunities to talk to them on the sidelines because they're constantly on the field. But they've got to get the plays in and out.
Beatty sprints, gets out of trouble, and then Dixon there to make the tackle. Not a sack because they got couple of yards, but the sophomore transfer who's got an offer already from Cal, Dixon, does a good job of playing in space. It'll be 3rd and long. So like they did previously, Coach, you give up the short throws to rally up and make sure tackles.
And that right there, that's the staple pass for the wing tee. It's called a waggle. And you get a couple crossers from the opposite side coming. If you pick that up, there's nowhere to throw like we saw right there. Not a lot of imagination in the pass game.
And they run the football. And Talon Jones of the TFL, that's his 3rd of the season, had a great game last week. And one thing that I was impressed about with Talon last week, Coach, is him playing along the line of scrimmage. And when he's got the tackle, and he's sure he had the tackle, he's raking the football out, and he got a cause fumble and recovered it.
He's just a natural football player. He knows he has a knack for finding the football, for getting to it, and for making plays. He does it on offense, he does it on defense, and for the last couple of years, it's been a pleasure watching him play.
So we've got another punt from San Leandro. Short kick, should be a Peter call. And the Mustangs are going to no reason to be near that football. So the Mustangs are going to start in great field position on their own 43-yard line. You're watching Monte Vista football on NorCal Sports TV. Persevere Lending, based in Danville, specializes in the brokerage of privately funded real estate loans in California with a focus on the Bay Area. Monte Vista Football Hall of Famer Damon Bauer's team at Persevere Lending. Okay. Monte Vista as they switch the tight end. Probably going to take a shot deep here, but no, it's 28 reach. And McMahon, want to give a shout out to all of our partners, Ned Milan at Morgan Stanley, Spitz Jewelers, Persevere Lending, and American Asphalt.
Breedlove's got to do a much better job on the edge right there, blocking that force runner. We blocked it. They blocked it extremely well at the point of attack. Tight end and tackle had a great tandem block. Worked up to the linebacker, had the edge sealed.
Still pick up 3 yards, so it's 2nd and 7. The whole playbook is still open. San Leandro's zone blitz, and the Mustangs jump early, and it's a procedure. So they've been coached on it, but you also have to react quickly. You see that, but you don't react with your being physical. You see that play.
And you can't panic. You know, one of the things you can't do when you have linebackers walk up, your lineman can't panic, your quarterback can't panic. You've worked on it all week. You know you can pick it up. What they're bringing right there doesn't pose you any issues as far as your protection goes. They're bringing 2 inside linebackers. Everybody can be picked up. Don't panic. Let it work out.
2nd and 12 for the men in red. Showing double A gap blitz. No problem. Braden Turner with a throw out here. Not a big gain, but Clausen with the catch. Had 3 catches for 64 yards and 2 touchdowns against Granada. But it's 3rd and 10, and you could be in 4-down territory.
Could be in 4-down territory. On that last play, I'd really like to see Braden step up in the pocket. I think he got a little nervous there with the blitz coming, and he faded into that throw. That was a 3-step throw, 1, 2, 3, hit and throw, and he kind of took 3 and kind of faded back into it, didn't get anything into the throw.
3rd and 10 for the Mustangs. Turner, shot over the middle, has got a receiver, and it goes incomplete. You got a wide open Breedlove running right up the seam. Good release by him. And it's 4th and 10. And see what the Mustangs are going to do. I think they're going to go for it. Got to be careful here.
Yeah, you know, you got to be careful on this.
Their offense hasn't moved the football.
You know, this might be maybe a freeze play. Try and get 5 yards back, then go for it.
Coach, what do we do on a freeze play?
You freeze.
Oh, Scout Team 101. Turner steps up this time. Throws, complete, catch. 1st down inside the 20. Shahada only had 1 catch last game, but he was the 2nd leading receiver for the Mustangs.
And a much better job by Braden Turner right there, stepping up into the pocket, delivering that football.
So that's why we're up here in the booth, and Coach Millar's the head coach. They go for it, showing confidence in his team, and they execute, and it's a 1st down for the Mustangs inside the gold zone. Screen, McMahon's got room to run. So Leo on 1st down sounds familiar, and McMahon will make it a 1st and goal situation from the 5-yard line. Set up pretty good.
Love the play call. Going in that they like to blitz down here in the red zone, and a great play against blitz is a screen like that. Would love to see Julian McMahon take that a little bit up the field, and it's not stutter, but just hit that 2nd gear and finish that run and get to the end zone. Don't tiptoe right there. You're a big kid. Get through that thing.
Only his 7th varsity game, and it's the reach, and he's into the end zone. Monte Vista with a 43-yard touchdown, and Jungi on for the extra point. McMahon's 2nd touchdown of the game. And he's easily surpassed last year's. And he played a short season of being a transfer, but rides offers from University of Arizona, Cal, San Jose State, Nevada, and U of Dub. We'll come back with a story about somebody from U of Dub. You're watching Monte Vista football on NorCal Sports TV. Persevere Lending, based in Danville, specializes in the brokerage of privately funded real estate loans in California with a focus on the Bay Area. Monte Vista Football Hall of Famer Damon Bauer's team at Persevere Lending can help you achieve your financing goals with their array of alternative and unique mortgage options. Damon has a 20-year track record of success and is ready to go to work for you. Go to perseverelending.com to learn about our strategic, creative, and efficient loan programs for residential and commercial properties and our safe, secure, and lucrative investment opportunities. Persevere Lending, we have capital available for you. Monte Vista's touched the football twice. They've scored twice. So these schools first played October 14th, 1988. Monte Vista won 36-7. That was 35 years ago. Monte Vista leads the matchup overall, 7 wins to the 1 loss, and that was back in 2007. Do not kick it deep, young man. Ferguson. And slides down at the 25-yard line. And, you know, one of the keys to the game for Coach Bowers was be able to do something with the passing game. They have done nothing with the passing game. And if you wait on 3rd and long to try to unleash your passing game, your percentages are big time decreased.
Yeah, and you know, with the sets they run, you're very limited with what you can do unless you break those sets. And that's offensively, they're going to need to break those sets if they want to throw the ball a little more effectively. And then defensively, I think they're going to have to put more pressure on the quarterback, at least load the box, force us, to make the right decisions and run the ball and have to block those blitzers.
There he goes. Malachi Ferguson. And you have Martez Ferguson, the Ferguson brothers.
Right there, Talon Jones was just a little bit out of control, and he went for the big hit. If he comes to balance right there, he makes that play along the line of scrimmage for a no gain. So Talon was right where he was supposed to be. He just got to come to balance a little bit more in the hole.
You're watching Monte Vista football on NorCal Sports TV. So Monte Vista head coach Johnny Millard and his dad Keith are coaching tonight with a heavy heart, as today they had a service to memorialize Stephen Michael Brian Millard, who passed on August 4th. A man ahead of his time. He trained firefighters, professional athletes, and owned his own sports-specific training facility called Iron Tech through the 80s and 90s. He later became the sports and conditioning coach for the San Jose Sharks. His greatest sports accolade was to be the driving force and training coach to his brother, defensive line coach here at Monte Vista, Keith Millard, an all-pro Minnesota Viking. Among the many that loved him, he is survived by his 4 children, Nikki Crandall, Travis Millard, Stevie Rooney, Shayla Millard, who will take the best of him with them as they live to honor their father's life. He's also survived by his sister Karen, brothers Tony, Keith, and Mike Millard. They will forever hold them in their hearts for the way you stay true to being the big brother to them all. His nephew Johnny, Monte Vista head coach, said it will be great to play tonight's game in his honor. Stephen Michael Brian Millard. So we had a penalty on San Leandro, and his coaches said how tough in this offense it is to play behind the chains.
Just can't afford those mistakes.
So the big run by sophomore Malachi Ferguson puts the Pirates in good field position, but then they have a procedure, lose 5 yards, and then Martez Ferguson Jr. is caught behind the line of scrimmage. The Mustangs are doing a good job of playing along the edge. But you can see when players get too much up the field, they have no chance to make any tackles.
Well, right there, they did a great job of stretching it out and making him run horizontally, parallel to the line of scrimmage. Never got a chance to get his shoulder square and get up the field. And if you can do that that's what you want to do to a good running back. Make him go east-west, not north-south.
Pirates in and out of the huddle, a little different than they've shown all game long. and it's a pass, and it's a quick hitch out here. And what's the rule with the receivers, Coach?
Catch first, run second. And you can see his head look up the field. If you get that review, you'll watch his head. He kind of peeks up the field before he caught the ball, looking to run, and you got to make the catch first.
So 3rd and 15. There's some guys watching this game at home that have heard that speech thousands of times. 3rd and 15 for San Leandro. And that was an easy completion. You probably get 5 yards. It's 3rd and 10, and you're probably in 4-down territory. Instead, you're behind the chains.
Yeah, let's see if they break the set. They break the wing T set here, somewhat.
It's another pass. Dixon in the backfield. And he gets the sack. What do you always say? Grab some cloth.
Grab cloth and don't let go.
The big fella. He almost missed the opportunity. Keeps the hand on that grab and cloth, literally. And it's a big loss, and it'll be 4th and forever, and San Leandro on for its 3rd punt.
You know, this is an opportunity. Monte Vista needs to come after this punt with the snaps. The first 2 snaps didn't leave me having a lot of positives to think about the
even
snap.
On 4th and 25.
Don't let it hit the ground.
And there's another, not bad this time, but still lost 4 yards. And we'll keep it here. And we said we have pictures saw him before the game. Our Mustangs at the next level. There's a beautiful graphic. You got Zachary Ertz starting his 13th season, Jay Kaner, Nate Landman, Cromenhoek, Noble, Waylon, Greger, Merrill, and Corey Luciano just signed. We just saw him today, signed with the 49ers on their practice squad. Turner back to pass. Ford over the middle. Complete. 24-yard gain. And this is tight end high school, and Ford's in that position, Coach. Just runs a little bend route here.
A little quick play action, which holds those linebackers. They caught him in a blitz, and they ran 4 verticals with the tight end coming across to the far
Call that
hash.
pirate? Arg. Ford, a lot of offers on his plate. Just a junior, limited games last year due to the transfer. McMahon picks up nearly 7 yards, and Coach, you have a point to make, I can tell.
They're running the counter train. They ran it really well, and if you watch McMahon, he's got to follow his tackle right up in the hole. You see how he dips outside right there. If we get that again, if he follows his tackle up into the hole, he's got a great opportunity. Will Gurney pulls up in the hole. If you follow him, if that tackle gets through that hole clean, that running back gets through that hole clean, and you're running to the end zone on that.
Marquardt, Strumpf, Archidera, Fry, and Gurney doing a good job up front for the Mustangs. They'll call a timeout. Want to go through our sponsors, partners. Ned Milan at Morgan Stanley, Spitz Jewelers, Persevere Lending, and American Asphalt. These companies support, this alumni support, we keep it in the family here at Monte Vista, allows us to bring you these games live on NorCal Sports TV. And do us a favor. We're not charging for this game. You don't have to get a subscription. You have to put up with Coach and I. Subscribe to our social media platforms. Here at YouTube, it's real easy. YouTube.com/NorCal Sports TV and subscribe. We want to get 15,000 subscribers. We're really near that right now. Or follow us on social media at NorCal Sports TV. Meta/Facebook, Twitter/X, Instagram, Insta, all those platforms that we bring you news and announcements of games. Please subscribe. We've got a player down for San Leandro. We'll take a break. You're watching Monte Vista football on NorCal Sports TV. Monte Vista football on NorCal Sports TV, presented by American Asphalt, is brought to you in part by Ned Milan and Morgan Stanley, seeking to help you simplify your financial life by maximizing your potential for meeting life goals. Spitz Jewelers, making memories for over 75 years in Walnut Creek. Persevere Lending, we have capital available for you. And American Asphalt, taking care of business in the Bay Area for over 40 years. What we So it's 2nd and 2 for the Mustangs, and Coach, you got your whole playbook open to you right here.
Yeah, this is a shot. This is an opportunity to take a shot. They're not in a formation that they might do that unless they're going to do a straight drop back, but a great opportunity for play action deep, but they may try and just pick it up right here.
McMahon on the sit route.
And just like you said, he did not sit, though. He floated on that. If he comes back to the ball, he's floating away from the ball. All he's got to do is work to the ball. You always attack the ball. If you watch Julian, he'll sit right there. When the ball's in the air, he's backing up. And instead of attacking that football, you have to attack the football.
You'll see him on Tuesday. Pirates with a late arrival on San Leandro Airlines.
Probably running sprint to the top.
There's the sprint route.
Second
Turner,
round.
catch.
Nice job of stretching it to the second level. They picked up the flat route. The second level running a 10-yard out right behind it. Braden did a great job of being patient with it and letting it develop.
We got Travis Bargeman at home. This is bean dip. This is layers here. Not quite his seven layer, but 4 layers, and it's a first down for the Mustangs. The Stings lead San Leandro 14-zip. You're watching Monte Vista football on NorCal Sports TV. Ned Milan has over 19 years of experience in the financial industry, serving individuals, their families, business owners, and corporate executives. Ned proactively helps to develop a comprehensive financial plan in order to provide the appropriate investment strategy for clients. This includes retirement and estate planning, asset management, tax planning, and liability management. Please contact 1998 Monte Vista alum Ned Milan to develop a plan for your family. Ned Milan at Morgan Stanley, seeking to help you simplify your financial life by maximizing your potential for meeting life goals. So the Mustangs in great field position here at the end of the quarter as they lead San Leandro 14-0. There's how the Mustangs got on the board. McMahon with the 29 reach. And we'll come back to the live action here. Naked, flat route, Turner, forward on the next level. Switches the ball, continues to fight, gets near the goal line, down to the 2. Fake 28 reach, naked left, and Ford is the second receiver. And he is wide open, Coach.
Great job. You know, they've been successful running the reach, and when you're successful running the reach, that defense flows and it leaves the backside open. And the naked is a great way to get that reach working again, because now they got to stay home on that and be afraid of the naked.
Ford with offers from Cal, University of Washington, UNLV, San Diego State, legacy player. His dad Evan was quite a football player here at Monte Vista. We have a soft spot for throwing the fade to the tight ends, but this wasn't well executed.
No, you know, it was a lob ball, and he should have gotten more width right there. He's too tight to the line of scrimmage, and that's fine if you're going to throw a regular fade. But you know, this is one of those where I believe they wanted to throw the jump ball to take advantage of his height, and they didn't execute it the way they wanted to, and it'll be a good thing to watch on film.
2nd and goal for the Stangs. 28 reach, touchdown McMahon, his 3rd of the game.
That was reach week again. We call it reach week because there's no tight end. The tight end is actually disengaged from the line. You'll see him, Kellen Ford, down here about 4 yards outside. It's a different scheme right here. They do a great job of picking up the blitzing linebacker, and if you get past that blitzing linebacker, you're in the secondary before you know it.
Will Gurney. Reach step, drop step, piggyback. There's a lot of guys at home watching that remember those words. They're triggers. The kick. Up, it's good. Mustangs up, 21-zip. You're watching Monte Vista football on NorCal Sports TV. Family owned and operated since 1946 as a full-service jewelry store, Spitz Jewelers has remained true to our founding philosophies. Founded on the tradition of service, quality, and value, today we proudly continue that tradition from the smallest request to the most intricate custom design. We love what we do, and with 3 generations of success as our inspiration, we look forward to continuing these traditions into the future. Come see us at 1333 North Main Street in Walnut Creek. Spitz Jewelers, making memories for over 75 years. Go Mustangs! 29 reach. First score on the reach. See if we can get the last score, or the middle score. Same thing there, reach. Guy sealing the edge. So it's great to see reach and reach week back in the Monte Vista offense. Was so successful in the past. Ferguson returned to the Monte Vista bench and a nice hit in space. Alex Fry, he had 2 tackles last week, or 4 tackles last week. Watch him finish at the end of this kickoff. Run into the football, breaking down, and then the wrap. Great job. San Leandro will start on their own 32-yard line. It's going to get out of hand if they don't put some points on the board on this drive, or at least put some first downs together.
The zone scheme Monte Vista's running again is tailor-made for Julian McMahon. He is he's got great vision. He runs north-south. He finishes runs. And I think it's a perfect offense for him to really succeed and excel in.
So we have another timeout, and we talked about our Monte Vista Mustangs in the NFL, but we've got still have a lot of players in college. Nate Ricina, Xavier Oliphant, Connor Shea at Wyoming, Rocco Schramm at Colorado State, Jack Hendries, walk-on, could have taken scholarships at a lot of schools, is going to be the starting tight end for Cal tomorrow. Cole Basha at Colorado. Nathan Price punting for Utah via the JC route. We love those stories. And Nick Strum, offensive lineman at San Diego. So don't like to see a timeout after the change of possession, Coach.
No, like I said, they've got a lot of two-way players, and I'm sure fatigue is setting in because they've been out. Obviously, they're out there the whole time, and that's the only way they get breaks. They don't get a break on the sideline. They have to get it through timeouts.
Play action, throw, and we've got a pass interference. It looked like Breedlove was playing through the football, and there's Captain Congdon trying to straighten him out there, but making a play to the ball and is called for the pass interference.
It could have been called either way. I mean, I thought he made a nice play. I thought he might have beat him to the ball, but it was a good play regardless. He came up, made the right play, went for the pick, played the ball, but hey, it's one of those judgment calls.
So it'll be a first down via penalty for San Leandro. And they had another first down with a long run by one of the Ferguson brothers. maybe that's the thing that gets them going a little bit here offensively. Nice run, 9-yard gain, nearly a first down for the Pirates.
And this is what they need to get. They need to establish, like Coach Bauer said, they have to establish a run game and get some chunk plays on first down, put themselves in situations like this. Now that we talked about Monte Vista's offense having everything available to them, they've got everything available to them on 2nd and 1.
I'd like to get a little sneaky here with a little pop pass maybe to the tight end on the away from the strength.
Well, I personally, I'd find a way to get Ferguson the ball as many times as possible.
I dealt with this for 20 years. He liked Falcon, though. It was a winner for us for a while. I digress. And San Leandro leaves early, surely, and called for the 5-yard penalty, and now will be 2nd and 6.
You can't shoot yourself in the foot like this, and that's what they're doing. They're having success. They're moving the ball. And the dreaded offside penalty.
Coach, how about, and we have the heat of the Tri-Valley. Today was spectacular. 70 degrees.
We actually had mist this morning out here during class. It was tremendous. Haven't seen mist in months.
Were you playing Misty for me, Clint Eastwood style? Is that a first down? It is.
You know how
on the completion.
You know how I love a good sweat.
Yes.
Today was the first day in months that I haven't sweated.
So the Pirates, despite the penalty, come back and make their first completion of the game, and it's a 1st and 10 in Monte Vista's territory. And misconfusion, and the quarterback, Beatty, does a good job of just getting something and getting positive. Well, it appeared to be positive. I think they're going to give him a yard off the original where he was hit. I like how Ferguson reacted. He knew he understood he wasn't going to get the ball.
So just lead it up in there,
and then he just went and blocked. A lot of guys do the stance that we hated with the turn to the coach with the arms, the hands, the palms up.
Yeah. Well, that's a sign of a football player. He knows what to do. And he's going to make something happen. I really like the way he plays. Watching his game last week, watching him tonight. Not a big guy. He plays much bigger than he is.
Nicholas Chavez in at quarterback for the Pirates. Maybe got a little trick play up in the treasure chest. He's going to sprint right, and he attacks the line of scrimmage, and he's crushed. But not before he picks up a nice gain of about 6 or 7.
Looked like a designed quarterback run. It didn't look like he had any intention of throwing this football. And, because he had the back of the flat open. Nice job of tackling in the secondary. Great job by Mateo. I mean, just a perfect form. Didn't stop his feet on the tackle. Great job.
Nice wrap. You bring the feet. You get the initial hit, and it's like buy one, get one free. And then you also finish on the turf. So it'll be 3rd down here for the Pirates by far. Late arrival on Pirate Airlines just off the sideline. I didn't know you could get away with that. Literally just got – I don't know. We have a shot of that. Literally just came in the sidelines, and he didn't even get to the hash mark. Yeah, a little late arrival. It must have got caught up in TSA. So it'll be 4th down.
Yeah, the fumbled snap again puts them in a bind. I mean, they run the ball there. They get 2 yards, and it's 4th and 2 instead of 4th and 4.
They started this drive on their own 32. They've done a good job moving, but they're shooting themselves in the foot. And, again, it's a young team, but you gotta move forward, take advantage of the situation. So it'll be 4th down. Don't see the official cutting it. Statue of Liberty right, pitch out to Ferguson, and I don't think he got there.
No, they did a great job. Monte Vista did a great job of stretching it out, forcing him up the field, not letting him get to the edge.
So run, pitch out right to the boundary. And didn't get much blocking from his wide receivers. So the Mustangs will take over on downs. Now, the ball's on the left hash. Great chance to sprint out again or run the naked.
They've had good success running the reach. They could go a little play action here. And this is they're coming up in a set where they're
Well,
probably
double
going to
tights.
trade the tight end.
You got Jones in at tight end and the wing. It's 28 reach. McMahon with the cut. Down to the 15-yard line.
You know, I mentioned before him and the zone scheme. Look at his vision right there. Nice cut. He reads his blocks very well. You know, last year they were in the shotgun so much. When you're in the shotgun, you can't run downhill. He is the epitome of a downhill runner. And he has great vision. He hit it up in there, well blocked by the offensive line.
He might be the epitome as well. Coach giving me linguistics. I definitely need it. So 1st and 10 inside the 20. Turner. It's in window. Solid play on first down. The Mustangs have done a lot of throwing on first down. Clausen with the catch.
Well, you know, part of it is one of the things that you watch film is San Leandro's a strong blitz team inside the red zone and on first down. And they didn't that time. They might be a little bit gassed. I see a few more people running in and out of the huddle right now, trying to get some substitutions in. But I would expect more blitzes out of them. They've got to put more pressure in there. They've got to put more bodies on the line of scrimmage.
So Jones is in line. Ford's on the wing. McMahon 7 yards deep, and they're running reach to the boundary. And McMahon is down to the 1 yard line. So you've got Jones and Ford on the edge. Little pull action. And McMahon just running the football through big seams. And that's the stretch run game. I'm Chris Babcock with my broadcast partner Craig Bergman here live from Sam Sackheim Memorial Field. And McMahon is in for his 3rd touchdown of the game. And my Chico State math is horrible, in the words of Bill Walton. That's McMahon's 4th touchdown rushing. He's getting close to a record. And we've got 6 minutes left of the first half.
Nice to see traditional goal line set down there by the Mustangs.
Nice line of scrimmage work by the line. Jungie continues to stay perfect on the season. And the Mustangs give McMahon his 4th tug of the game. And the Mustangs lead 28-zip. You're watching Monte Vista football on NorCal Sports TV. Persevere Lending, based in Danville, specializes in the brokerage of privately funded real estate loans in California with a focus on the Bay Area. Monte Vista Football Hall of Famer Damon Bauer's team at Persevere Lending can help you achieve your financing goals with their array of alternative and unique mortgage options. Damon has a 20-year track record of success and is ready to go to work for you. Go to perseverelending.com to learn about our strategic, creative, and efficient loan programs for residential and commercial properties and our safe, secure, and lucrative investment opportunities. Persevere Lending, we have capital available for you. 68-yard drive, Julian McMahon with his 4th touchdown of the game. Follow and subscribe. Subscribe to our YouTube channel where you're watching the game tonight. We're not going to call you and sell you a warranty for a vehicle that you sold 20 years ago. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. The more subscribers, the more support we get. And follow us on our social media platforms. There's his first career touchback, Coach.
And that
didn't have one last year, and that's a weapon. Explain how important it is in high school to be able to kick that ball in the end zone.
If you just get it to the end zone, if it crosses the line, they have no opportunity to return it. It's a dead ball. And that forces them to get the ball on the 20, not the 25 like they do in the college. They get the ball on the 20 in high school. So forcing a team to go 80 yards, especially a team that's struggled so far and kind of had some mistakes and miscues, it's going to be tough sledding for them to try and get something done right here.
Got to get the Ferguson brothers loose and play in front of the chains. And Beatty is back in at quarterback. Looks like he might have been shaken up a little bit on the last drive. And Chavez came in for him. Thanks for streaming in wherever you may be. If you're in San Ramon, you're in Kansas, you're in Concord, you're in Cloverdale. Thanks for joining in. You got to finish that play. You don't, and it becomes a 3-yard gain. And the Mustangs got a little lazy out. Did a good job in space, but then didn't close the deal, Coach.
You got to finish it. You got him wrapped up like that. And Ferguson keeps running, keeps his feet moving, doesn't go down. Not a big guy, but he sure plays hard.
So Shahada had a chance to make a play there in space, and then the Mustangs are called for an unsportsmanlike conduct. Was that Eakin that missed that tackle? Because I believe he's taken out of the game. No. But Eakin was most certainly was called for the unsportsmanlike. So that's the second penalty the Mustangs have given San Leandro.
It's been their best offense tonight.
Most certainly.
There's a little shenanigans going on in the backfield there, giving him the business. Got the 15-yarder on that.
Giving him the business. What a great call that was. Illegal formation. Tight end was covered, but they didn't pass the ball.
Inside trap.
3-yard gain on first
staple.
down.
That's the other staple of the wing T. See the left guard pull and try and kick out the right defensive tackle.
Dixon got too far up the field. He's got to control his gap. You take a side against a good running team, they're going to pick up 3 or 4 yards. So the Pirates, they pick up 3 or 4 yards on first down, but then they tend to hurt themselves with a penalty. 2nd and 6 here.
Yeah, they've got to get some momentum here. They've got to go in at halftime feeling good about what they did in their last drive.
Looked like some type of draw that goes nowhere. And Jones and Bergen and company on the play. And we've got a player down for San Leandro. And we'll take a quick break. You're watching Monte Vista Football on NorCal Sports TV. Monte Vista Football on NorCal Sports TV, presented by American Asphalt, is brought to you in part by Ned Milan and Morgan Stanley, seeking to help you simplify your financial life by maximizing your potential for meeting life goals. Spitz Jewelers, making memories for over 75 years in Walnut Creek. Persevere Lending, we have capital available for you. And American Asphalt, taking care of business in the Bay Area for over 40 years. Ned Milan has over 19 years of experience in the financial industry, serving individuals, their families, business owners, and corporate executives. Ned proactively helps to develop a comprehensive financial plan in order to provide the appropriate investment strategy for clients. This includes retirement and estate planning, asset management, tax planning, and liability management. Please contact 1998 Monte Vista alum Ned Milan to develop a plan for your family. Ned Milan at Morgan Stanley, seeking to help you simplify your financial life by maximizing your potential for meeting life goals. So the Mustangs, 3rd and a long 5 here. Bubble screen to Ferguson. And he's hit along the Monte Vista sideline. And I think it'll be they're going to probably have to, no, they'll give him the first down. Cody Rhodes had some tackles last week. He had a great defense on a pass, on a breakup, and he brings the wood on this play for the Mustangs. Unfortunately for the Mustangs, it's a first down for the Pirates. But you could see Ferguson's ability. Didn't get a lot of blocking on that play, Coach.
No, not much. He made it all on his own right there. And there was a heck of a collision right there.
Bubble screen the other way. Stretching the Mustang defense out. And that's Ty Morgan with the catch. So that's a nice gain on first down.
Yeah, and and they're doing a nice job. With Monte Vista getting the ball first in the second half, you don't want to give them an opportunity to get the ball back in this half. So, getting chunk plays on first down, putting himself in this situation is really helping that cause.
2nd and 2, tight end jumped early, no call. And Ferguson didn't have any blocking and still was able to gain 1. It'll make it 3rd and 1. And we know he's watching in Atlanta tonight. We want to share how proud we are of Nate Lamb making the Falcons roster for the 2nd season. And we mentioned we had Jake at the Saints, Corey with the 49ers, and the big fella with another year in the league. I believe that's year 13 for Zachary Ertz. So it'll be 3rd and 1 for the Pirates. Ferguson. And this is what we stress on defense. Run to the football. Wyatt Eakin and company do just that, Coach.
Well, and not only that, this play is designed to hit up inside, but we do a nice job of shutting it down. And once again, it makes him go east-west to the sideline and not north-south. And by doing that, we get a lot of bodies to the ball, and we don't allow him to get his shoulder square, get it going up the field.
Congdon with another tackle, running to the football. And it was one of the keys of the game for Coach Millard to play downhill and run to the football. So it'll be 4th down and 1. If the St. Leandro doesn't get this, they're going to give the Mustangs great field position. Under a minute and 50 seconds left here in the half. Ferguson doesn't gain much, but he'll move the chains.
Just enough. Boy, I tell you, it looked like, we're lucky we got that tackle right there. If he gets through, there's nobody there.
He had some steam going.
And we had a lot of bodies up at the line of scrimmage for this play.
Good defense by the Mustangs, but the Pirates got to get going here.
Yeah, they haven't shown a sense of urgency here with 1:25 to go. Only 1 timeout and not a strong passing game.
Well,
they've got to get in and out of the huddle.
I got the Pirate treasure chest. I'm handing it to Ferguson, see what kind of arm he has. Mustangs have been all over him. Play action pass, and it's a throw to Ferguson, and he in and out of his hands.
I think that was...
And Nathaniel Brunson. Pretty good throw by the quarterback here.
Yeah, he threw it to a spot where only he could catch it, and he actually had an opportunity. Probably should have made this catch. It's a very good throw. No excuse for letting a one-man route get past you. That was a one-man route out of there. The safety should have been over the top of that, and that's one of those in film where you're going to get ripped in film for letting a guy get by you with 1 minute to go in the half on a one-man route.
Brunson, one of those 8 sophomores playing for Coach Bauer.
third sack, I believe.
Dixon racking up the sacks. Now you call a timeout here?
Probably not. Only reason being is you're getting the ball. I mean, you can. It's only third down here. If you take the timeout here, clock's going to run out on fourth down. Because if I'm San Leandro,
yeah, because Mustangs only have one timeout.
Exactly. And if I'm San Leandro, then I just run the ball and the clock and the half will be over. So I probably wouldn't. If I had two timeouts, absolutely.
Yeah. And I was giving you the body language of I thought they had two timeouts and they only had one. So we'll move on. So the Pirates behind the chains. And it's a turnover. I think it's Mustang football, and it is. Recovery. Arichadera, man on the spot.
That's why you don't take a timeout.
Coach Millard had it coming. And so the Mustangs, with a chance, the old ABBA, take a shot on me. And I know they're going to do this here. 45-yard line for Monte Vista.
And you have the one timeout, and the clock stops in high school.
You'd get off 6 plays here in the old offense.
You could easily get 3 plays off in there. Good old home cooking on the home clock. Not a bad opportunity to run your Roger Leo right here and then take your timeout.
Deep along the Monte Vista sideline. It's a touchdown.
Same thing we talked about. If you're San Leandro, you cannot let a guy get by you. When there's 14 seconds left, you know they've got to throw the ball down the field.
Clausen.
Great throw. Threw it to where he was. He actually threw him open. He wasn't open. But, the DB stopped running. Terrific throw by Braden Turner. And Clausen ran a nice route, ran underneath it.
But what was the rule when you scored the touchdown? You give the ball to the official and go celebrate with your teammates. And so I think we might have the touchdown will be good. I think they're going to go ask San Leandro, you could have taken it on the kickoff or on the extra point here.
Well, I would take it on the extra point if I'm
most certainly.
Because there's only 4 seconds left in the half. You should take it on the extra point. Force him to kick a long one.
So Turner to Clausen. And Clausen, that's his 5th career TD. That's his 3rd touchdown this season. But you got to just hand the ball to the official and go celebrate with your teammates. And I know that'll be a discussion with Coach Millard. So the Pirates will take the penalty on the PAT. A little deep ball, and it's UPS delivered. See the spin down. Just hand that ball to the official. The Matt Russey rule. Picked up that loose ball on the field. Nobody knew any better. Yada, yada, yada. Touchdown Mustangs.
And the Bearded Wonder might be listening to us.
Oh, I'm sure he is. So it'll be a 35-yard extra point. And the perfect record is no more. And it's 34-0. If it's 35-0, they start with a running clock in the second half. Now, obviously, it's a lopsided game. But the lesson there, and you can see we can get a shot of number 9, of Coach Millard talking to Clausen, is
act like you've been there.
And he has been there. It's this 3rd time of being there this season. But if this is a big game, they're all big games. But if this is a close-fought contest, that hurts.
And not only that, you want to win with class. And, nobody did it better than Barry Sanders. He scored a touchdown. He literally would hand the ball to the official every time.
So the last time Jungie teed it up, he got his first career touchback. He only punted once last week.
And he hit a rocket.
Flipped the field, 41-yarder. And see what they do here on the kickoff, which will probably close the half. A little squibblicious. Taken by Justin Ammons. And that'll end the half. And then we've got a takedown, fireman's carry by number 32, Josu Lopez Cortez, with the 2-point takedown here at the end of this play. He got him twice. And then you got a Monte Vista player running off the bench. Those are things, if the official sees you doing that and coming off the bench, you're ejected from the game.
Yeah,
and is the new rules 2 games now?
It's the remainder of this game and then the next game also. But Coach Millar did a great job. You watch him; he has good control over these kids. He was right up in there, and I know that kid's going to get an earful.
Most certainly. So the Mustangs lead San Leandro 34-zip on the strength of not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 touchdowns by Julian McMahon, and then Clausen with the touchdown to end the half. There's Julian's first score. Another reach to the boundary. And he hands the ball to the official. And this is reach weak. And then his 4th touchdown. A little fullback action on this play by Jones. And then this is the turnover that put the Mustangs at their own 45-yard line. And the Mustangs take a shot, and the San Leandro defensive backfield falls asleep. But the Mustangs called for the penalty, and it's a 35-yard extra point. He misses, and now we're at 34-zip. We're going to take a break here at halftime. You're watching Monte Vista football on NorCal Sports TV, presented by American Asphalt. Monte Vista football on NorCal Sports TV, presented by American Asphalt, is brought to you in part by Ned Milan and Morgan Stanley, seeking to help you simplify your financial life by maximizing your potential for meeting life goals. Spitz Jewelers, making memories for over 75 years in Walnut Creek. Persevere Lending, we have capital available for you. And American Asphalt, taking care of business in the Bay Area for over 40 years. Monte Vista football on NorCal Sports TV, presented by American Asphalt, is brought to you in part by Ned Milan and Morgan Stanley, seeking to help you simplify your financial life by maximizing your potential for meeting life goals. Spitz Jewelers, making memories for over 75 years in Walnut Creek. Persevere Lending, we have capital available for you. And American Asphalt, taking care of business in the Bay Area for over 40 years. Monte Vista football on NorCal Sports TV, presented by American Asphalt, is brought to you in part by Ned Milan and Morgan Stanley, seeking to help you simplify your financial life by maximizing your potential for meeting life goals. Spitz Jewelers, making memories for over 75 years in Walnut Creek. Persevere Lending, we have capital available for you. And American Asphalt, taking care of business in the Bay Area for over 40 years. Monte Vista football on NorCal Sports TV, presented by American Asphalt, is brought to you in part by Ned Milan and Morgan Stanley, seeking to help you simplify your financial life by maximizing your potential for meeting life goals. Spitz Jewelers, making memories for over 75 years in Walnut. Monte Vista football on NorCal Sports TV, presented by American Asphalt, is brought to you in part by Ned Milan and Morgan Stanley, seeking to help you simplify your financial life by maximizing your potential for meeting life goals. Spitz Jewelers, making memories for over 75 years in Walnut Creek. Persevere Lending, we have capital available for you. and American Asphalt, taking care of business in the Bay Area for over 40 years. Ned Milan has over 19 years of experience in the financial industry, serving individuals, their families, business owners, and corporate executives. Ned proactively helps to develop a comprehensive financial plan in order to provide the appropriate investment strategy for clients. This includes retirement and estate planning, asset management, tax planning, and liability management. Please contact 1998 Monte Vista alum Ned Milan to develop a plan for your family. Ned Milan at Morgan Stanley, seeking to help you simplify your financial life by maximizing your potential for meeting life goals. Persevere Lending, based in Danville, specializes in the brokerage of privately funded real estate loans in California with a focus on the Bay Area. Monte Vista Football Hall of Famer Damon Bauer's team at Persevere Lending can help you achieve your financing goals with their array of alternative and unique mortgage options. Damon has a 20-year track record of success and is ready to go to work for you. Go to perseverelending.com to learn about our strategic, creative, and efficient loan programs for residential and commercial properties and our safe, secure, and lucrative investment opportunities. Persevere Lending, we have capital available for you. Family owned and operated since 1946 as a full-service jewelry store, Spitz Jewelers has remained true to our founding philosophies. Founded on the tradition of service, quality, and value, today we proudly continue that tradition from the smallest request to the most intricate custom design. We love what we do, and with 3 generations of success as our inspiration, we look forward to continuing these traditions into the future. Come see us at 1333 North Main Street in Walnut Creek. Spitz Jewelers, making memories for over 75 years. Go Mustangs! Monte Vista Football on NorCal Sports TV, presented by American Asphalt, is brought to you in part by Ned Milan and Morgan Stanley, seeking to help you simplify your financial life by maximizing your potential for meeting life goals. Spitz Jewelers, making memories for over 75 years in Walnut Creek. Persevere Lending, we have capital available for you. And American Asphalt, taking care of business in the Bay Area for over 40 years. Ned Milan has over 19 years of experience in the financial industry, serving individuals, their families, business owners, and corporate executives. Ned proactively helps to develop a comprehensive financial plan in order to provide the appropriate investment strategy for clients. This includes retirement and estate planning, asset management, tax planning, and liability management. Please contact 1998 Monte Vista alum Ned Milan to develop a plan for your family. Ned Milan at Morgan Stanley, seeking to help you simplify your financial life by maximizing your potential for meeting life goals. Persevere Lending, based in Danville, specializes in the brokerage of privately funded real estate loans in California with a focus on the Bay Area. Monte Vista Football Hall of Famer Damon Bauer's team at Persevere Lending can help you achieve your financing goals with their array of alternative and unique mortgage options. Damon has a 20-year track record of success and is ready to go to work for you. Go to perseverelending.com to learn about our strategic, creative, and efficient loan programs for residential and commercial properties and our safe, secure, and lucrative investment opportunities. Persevere Lending, we have capital available for you. Family owned and operated since 1946 as a full-service jewelry store, Spitz Jewelers has remained true to our founding philosophies. Founded on the tradition of service, quality, and value, today we proudly continue that tradition from the smallest request to the most intricate custom design. We love what we do, and with 3 generations of success as our inspiration, we look forward to continuing these traditions into the future. Come see us at 1333 North Main Street in Walnut Creek. Spitz Jewelers, making memories for over 75 years. Go Mustangs! Monte Vista football on NorCal Sports TV, presented by American Asphalt, is brought to you in part by Ned Milan and Morgan Stanley, seeking to help you simplify your financial life by maximizing your potential for meeting life goals. Spitz Jewelers, making memories for over 75 years in Walnut Creek. Persevere Lending, we have capital available for you. And American Asphalt, taking care of business in the Bay Area for over 40 years. Ned Milan has over 19 years of experience in the financial industry, serving individuals, their families, business owners, and corporate executives. Ned proactively helps to develop a comprehensive financial plan in order to provide the appropriate investment strategy for clients. This includes retirement and estate planning, asset management, tax planning, and liability management. Please contact 1998 Monte Vista alum Ned Milan to develop a plan for your family. Ned Milan at Morgan Stanley, seeking to help you simplify your financial life by maximizing your potential for meeting life goals. Persevere Lending, based in Danville, specializes in the brokerage of privately funded real estate loans in California with a focus on the Bay Area. Monte Vista Football Hall of Famer Damon Bauer's team at Persevere Lending can help you achieve your financing goals with their array of alternative and unique mortgage options. Damon has a 20-year track record of success and is ready to go to work for you. Go to perseverelending.com to learn about our strategic, creative, and efficient loan programs for residential and commercial properties and our safe, secure, and lucrative investment opportunities. Persevere Lending, we have capital available for you. Family owned and operated since 1946 as a full-service jewelry store, Spitz Jewelers has remained true to our founding philosophies. Founded on the tradition of service, quality, and value, today we proudly continue that tradition from the smallest request to the most intricate custom design. We love what we do, and with 3 generations of success as our inspiration, we look forward to continuing these traditions into the future. Come see us at 1333 North Main Street in Walnut Creek. Spitz Jewelers, making memories for over 75 years. Go Mustangs! Monte Vista football on NorCal Sports TV, presented by American Asphalt, is brought to you in part by Ned Milan and Morgan Stanley, seeking to help you simplify your financial life by maximizing your potential for meeting life goals. Spitz Jewelers, making memories for over 75 years in Walnut Creek. Persevere Lending, we have capital available for you. And American Asphalt, taking care of business in the Bay Area for over 40 years. Ned Milan has over 19 years of experience in the financial industry, serving individuals, their families, business owners, and corporate executives. Ned proactively helps to develop a comprehensive financial plan in order to provide the appropriate investment strategy for clients. This includes retirement and estate planning, asset management, tax planning, and liability management. Please contact 1998 Monte Vista alum Ned Milan to develop a plan for your family. Ned Milan at Morgan Stanley, seeking to help you simplify your financial life by maximizing your potential for meeting life goals. Persevere Lending, based in Danville, specializes in the brokerage of privately funded real estate loans in California with a focus on the Bay Area. Monte Vista Football Hall of Famer Damon Bauer's team at Persevere Lending can help you achieve your financing goals with their array of alternative and unique mortgage options. Damon has a 20-year track record of success and is ready to go to work for you. Go to perseverelending.com to learn about our strategic, creative, and efficient loan programs for residential and commercial properties and our safe, secure, and lucrative investment opportunities. Persevere Lending, we have capital available for you. Family owned and operated since 1946 as a full-service jewelry store, Spitz Jewelers has remained true to our founding philosophies. Founded on the tradition of service, quality, and value, today we proudly continue that tradition from the smallest request to the most intricate custom design. We love what we do, and with 3 generations of success as our inspiration, we look forward to continuing these traditions into the future. Come see us at 1333 North Main Street in Walnut Creek. Spitz Jewelers, making memories for over 75 years. Go Mustangs! So the Mustangs, who will get the opening kickoff, lead San Leandro 34-zip. The Mustangs will get the opening kick. Some fundamental things the Mustangs did really well. I think some discipline things that coaches Millard's already talked about, but they've done a good job of running the football, and in particular, Julie McMahon, 9 carries, 119 yards in the first half.
The execution on both sides of the ball has been very good tonight. I think the offensive line hasn't had any miscues. They understand who they're blocking. They've done it and executed it very well. They haven't shot themselves in the foot with the big penalty or the turnover. Defensively, they're flying around, running to the ball. They've limited the big plays, and we know Ferguson got loose a couple times. He's quick, and that's going to happen, but they've limited it to a long gain as opposed to a touchdown, and they've created a turnover, which got him the last one there at the end.
So the Pirates will kick off, and the Mustangs next week will host Bellarmine College Preparatory, a special game in many terms. First starting with Coach's late father, Bruce, who attended Bellarmine College Preparatory. We have a lot of friends and teammates that played at Bellarmine, so that'll be a big game. And start talking about a big game. The Mustangs return the short kick for a touchdown. Carson Mikes takes the touchdown, takes the kickoff, and goes 60 yards for the score. 70-yard touchdown return. Now, we haven't had a chance to talk about it, but Braden Breedlove returned a kick last week. Was the first Monte Vista kickoff for a touchdown since 2019. Well, a week later, the junior, Carson Mikes, gets the touchdown, and we've got another Pirate down on the field.
Great job at taking the pooch kick, just a kick designed to make you fair catch it and taking it to distance. Showed great speed coming down the sideline.
Well, I think it's an attribute to the coaches watching film and studying and seeing that they're not kicking the ball deep, and then talking about that, and then knowing that you're going to get the ball to start the half. You make that a focal point, and you're going to win a game this year on special teams.
It's the little things. We talked about it. They haven't shot themselves in the foot. They've taken advantage of what's been given to them. And, a lot of times you'll play down to your opponent. You'll make mistakes, and I don't see any of that tonight. Monte Vista is clearly the better team, and they've played like it, and they've executed very well.
So Julian McMahon has 4 touchdowns rushing tonight. Coach, I'm going to put you on the spot. There's no wrong answer. Don't let him see that grab. He's got great vision. And it's not Tommy Hogue, who holds the Monte Vista record, and it's 5 for rushing touchdowns in a game?
Brent Cook. I just had to say it so Brent could hear that.
Well, you're never going to go wrong in Monte Vista football talking about Brent Cook. Show the graphic.
Matthew Rude.
Matt Rude.
I remember that.
Talking about somebody who could run behind the stretch offense.
Matt was a big kid, ran so hard. He ran downhill, and he had a great career for us.
So he has the single game record for touchdowns, and that's and actually gave Alan Holter, who's been done so much. He's the man way behind the scenes, but he has prepped me for all of the home games this year. I actually didn't, text him the night before this time. We're trying to get a little bit better at doing this broadcast gig, but just giving me that information, have it right at our fingertips. So Matt Rude, that was 10 years ago in 2 days.
And you talk about Holter. That is 27 years ago or 28 years ago that Alan came into our lives, and what a terrific human being he is.
I learned how special this place was at our first fundraiser, and the amount of support that we got with the car wash, and starting with Alan being so generous and being the historian. Another parent had worked for Apple, and we saw this whole little Merlin program for scouting, and I was asking a parent, he says, well, so-and-so works for Apple, Coach. We'll have one here on Monday morning. And those were some of the things those were back in the days we exchanged the old VHS tapes.
Yeah, it was well before the iPhone and anything like that, so the scouting was kind of old school, and to be able to get that first tablet that had come out.
Yeah, and be able to break down and have tendencies of opponents, and we weren't really strong defensively in our early years, for the real early years, and we needed every advantage we possibly could take, and it looks like we might be getting professionals here from San Ramon Valley Fire, as we still have a Pirate player down on the field. But that was, those were the things of to be able to tell how special this program is, and so proud of all the coaches that have come in our place. And, Johnny is a very passionate, very fair a coach that these kids love to play for.
And he's put together a terrific staff, too. A bunch of hard-working guys, very good, very positive people, good coaches. Extremely impressed with the coaching that these kids are getting. I think, I watch Keith Millard, who's, practically a Hall of Famer. In my opinion, should be a Hall of Famer.
He still scares me. That guy was a guy for the Vikings
but
in the NFL.
What's so impressive is if you watch him, when he's coaching the scout team, he coaches them like they're starters.
Yeah.
And he puts as much effort into them as he does the starters. And it's making everybody on the team better. And he's such a positive influence out there, as well as all the coaches. John Revels, Walt Cribb, they've all been doing it for a long time. They did it with us. They were great with us. They've continued doing it. Obviously, Coach Wingert and Coach Kirkpatrick, who played for us, we have, we have so much love for them, and I love seeing everybody give back to the program. They got a lot out of it, and they're putting it back in, and that really makes me feel good as their former coach.
Well, game days are pretty special, and this is our 27th home opener. I think you missed one because you were being a dad, taking maybe Lindsay up to Oregon or something to that. But we love coming here and staying connected to the game and talking to our old players. And I know he's watching tonight. Brandon Sweeney came probably the second week of practice, and Brandon had a heck of a football career here, but is also a Navy SEAL, and he talked about his commitment. And I don't know how much the players got out of it, but I know we got a lot out of it because Brandon's absolute commitment to being a Navy SEAL, and he talked about how important the team aspect and covering each other's back and being there for each other, and just proud the service that he is committed for us and in big picture for our country.
As good of a football player as he was, he's an even better human being.
Yep.
And obviously we got the chance to coach him, but we also got to coach with him, and he gave back to the program as a coach. And he went to become a SEAL at 30 years old. Not many
Unheard
people
of.
do that. And and here's a guy who had played college football. His body was already beat up a little bit, and he fought through it. And to become a Navy SEAL at that age, not that it's old. I'd love to be 30 again.
Oh, giddy up.
But for doing that business, he was up there in age. They called him Grandpa.
Yeah.
And I know he's leading those teams, his SEAL teams, and have nothing but respect and love for him.
And it's funny, we've just some of the parents that we run into and telling us about how much that we did for the players. And maybe we did, but we got so much more out of it than the players ever did. And they're seeing guys maximize their ability. And it doesn't mean them playing in the NFL. Could be playing at another level, could be being exceptional in college and having a great career, being a good father, some of those life lessons, and how much and a pleasure it is to be a part of this great football program at Monte Vista.
You brought up Corey Luciano, who's at the game earlier, and I was talking to him, and I'm more proud of him than almost everybody that we've had come through here, because he'd be the first one to tell you that when he was in school, he didn't really enjoy school, and he wasn't academically oriented. Very sharp kid. He could do it.
Right.
He could do anything he put his mind to, but he didn't really enjoy it. And he had a future in football, and he decided, hey, I'm going to go to JC and take care of my business. And he did it in a year and a half. He got his AA degree, which is unheard of. Went up to Washington, graduated at Washington, I believe, with a double major. And look at him now. And as I said, the football stuff, that's awesome. I'm so glad for him, but I'm even more proud of him and more happy for him for what he did in the classroom and talking to his dad and just a great kid, great family.
Well, what we always tell the guys when they go off to school is the most important thing is because football, it's a business at any level, and it's a numbers game. Get your degree. Get your degree. That's so important. And every one of the players, there's jerseys that hang inside of the ceiling of the weight room. All of the guys in there are great football players, but they also are college graduates.
Yeah, and that's football. You can only play a certain amount. We've had some guys fortunate enough, like Zach, 13 years in the NFL. Not very many people get that opportunity, and very concerned about this young man being down on the field for this long. You hate seeing this.
So we see the paramedics, but I don't know if they're getting directed to get down here to the field. There is access. We're going to take a quick break, and then we'll come back. We've got a player down for San Leandro. The Mustangs lead San Leandro 40-0. You're watching Monte Vista football on NorCal Sports TV. Monte Vista football on NorCal Sports TV, presented by American Asphalt, is brought to you in part by Ned Milan and Morgan Stanley, seeking to help you simplify your financial life by maximizing your potential for meeting life goals. Spitz Jewelers, making memories for over 75 years in Walnut Creek. Persevere Lending, we have capital available for you. And American Asphalt, taking care of business in the Bay Area for over 40 years. Ned Milan has over 19 years of experience in the financial industry, serving individuals, their families, business owners, and corporate executives. Ned proactively helps to develop a comprehensive financial plan in order to provide the appropriate investment strategy for clients. This includes retirement and estate planning, asset management, tax planning, and liability management. Please contact 1998 Monte Vista alum Ned Milan to develop a plan for your family. Ned Milan at Morgan Stanley, seeking to help you simplify your financial life by maximizing your potential for meeting life goals. Persevere Lending, based in Danville, specializes in the brokerage of privately funded real estate loans in California with a focus on the Bay Area. Monte Vista Football Hall of Famer Damon Bauer's team at Persevere Lending can help you achieve your financing goals with their array of alternative and unique mortgage options. Damon has a 20-year track record of success and is ready to go to work for you. Go to perseverelending.com to learn about our strategic, creative, and efficient loan programs for residential and commercial properties and our safe, secure, and lucrative investment opportunities. Persevere Lending, we have capital available for you. Family owned and operated since 1946 as a full-service jewelry store, Spitz Jewelers has remained true to our founding philosophies. Founded on the tradition of service, quality, and value, today we proudly continue that tradition from the smallest request to the most intricate custom design. We love what we do, and with 3 generations of success as our inspiration, we look forward to continuing these traditions into the future. Come see us at 1333 North Main Street in Walnut Creek. Spitz Jewelers, making memories for over 75 years. Go Mustangs! Monte Vista Football on NorCal Sports TV, presented by American Asphalt, is brought to you in part by Ned Milan and Morgan Stanley, seeking to help you simplify your financial life by maximizing your potential for meeting life goals. Spitz Jewelers, making memories for over 75 years in Walnut Creek. Persevere Lending, we have capital available for you. And American Asphalt, taking care of business in the Bay Area for over 40 years. Ned Milan has over 19 years of experience in the financial industry, serving individuals, their families, business owners, and corporate executives. Ned proactively helps to develop a comprehensive financial plan in order to provide the appropriate investment strategy for clients. This includes retirement and estate planning, asset management, tax planning, and liability management. Please contact 1998 Monte Vista alum Ned Milan to develop a plan for your family. Ned Milan at Morgan Stanley, seeking to help you simplify your financial life by maximizing your potential for meeting life goals. Persevere Lending, based in Danville, specializes in the brokerage of privately funded real estate loans in California with a focus on the Bay Area. Monte Vista Football Hall of Famer Damon Bauer's team at Persevere Lending can help you achieve your financing goals with their array of alternative and unique mortgage options. Damon has a 20-year track record of success and is ready to go to work for you. Go to perseverelending.com to learn about our strategic, creative, and efficient loan programs for residential and commercial properties and our safe, secure, and lucrative investment opportunities. Persevere Lending, we have capital available for you. Family owned and operated since 1946 as a full-service jewelry store, Spitz Jewelers has remained true to our founding philosophies. Founded on the tradition of service, quality, and value, today we proudly continue that tradition from the smallest request to the most intricate custom design. We love what we do, and with 3 generations of success as our inspiration, we look forward to continuing these traditions into the future. Come see us at 1333 North Main Street in Walnut Creek. Spitz Jewelers, making memories for over 75 years. Go Mustangs! Monte Vista football on NorCal Sports TV, presented by American Asphalt, is brought to you in part by Ned Milan and Morgan Stanley, seeking to help you simplify your financial life by maximizing your potential for meeting life goals. Spitz Jewelers, making memories for over 75 years in Walnut Creek. Persevere Lending, we have capital available for you. And American Asphalt, taking care of business in the Bay Area for over 40 years. Ned Milan has over 19 years of experience in the financial industry, serving individuals, their families, business owners, and corporate executives. Ned proactively helps to develop a comprehensive financial plan in order to provide the appropriate investment strategy for clients. This includes retirement and estate planning, asset management, tax planning, and liability management. Please contact 1998 Monte Vista alum Ned Milan to develop a plan for your family. Ned Milan at Morgan Stanley, seeking to help you simplify your financial life by maximizing your potential for meeting life goals. Persevere Lending, based in Danville, specializes in the brokerage of privately funded real estate loans in California with a focus on the Bay Area. Monte Vista Football Hall of Famer Damon Bauer's team at Persevere Lending can help you achieve your financing goals with their array of alternative and unique mortgage options. Damon has a 20-year track record of success and is ready to go to work for you. Go to perseverelending.com to learn about our strategic, creative, and efficient loan programs for residential and commercial properties and our safe, secure, and lucrative investment opportunities. Persevere Lending, we have capital available for you. Family owned and operated since 1946 as a full-service jewelry store, Spitz Jewelers has remained true to our founding philosophies. Founded on the tradition of service, quality, and value, today we proudly continue that tradition from the smallest request to the most intricate custom design. We love what we do, and with 3 generations of success as our inspiration, we look forward to continuing these traditions into the future. Come see us at 1333 North Main Street in Walnut Creek. Spitz Jewelers, making memories for over 75 years. Go Mustangs! Monte Vista football on NorCal Sports TV, presented by American Asphalt, is brought to you in part by Ned Milan and Morgan Stanley, seeking to help you simplify your financial life by maximizing your potential for meeting life goals. Spitz Jewelers, making memories for over 75 years in Walnut Creek. Persevere Lending, we have capital available for you. And American Asphalt, taking care of business in the Bay Area for over 40 years. Ned Milan has over 19 years of experience in the financial industry, serving individuals, their families, business owners, and corporate executives. Ned proactively helps to develop a comprehensive financial plan in order to provide the appropriate investment strategy for clients. This includes retirement and estate planning, asset management, tax planning, and liability management. Please contact 1998 Monte Vista alum Ned Milan to develop a plan for your family. Ned Milan at Morgan Stanley, seeking to help you simplify your financial life by maximizing your potential for meeting life goals. Persevere Lending, based in Danville, specializes in the brokerage of privately funded real estate loans in California with a focus on the Bay Area. Monte Vista Football Hall of Famer Damon Bauer's team at Persevere Lending can help you achieve your financing goals with their array of alternative and unique mortgage options. Damon has a 20-year track record of success and is ready to go to work for you. Go to perseverelending.com to learn about our strategic, creative, and efficient loan programs for residential and commercial properties and our safe, secure, and lucrative investment opportunities. Persevere Lending, we have capital available for you. Family owned and operated since 1946 as a full-service jewelry store, Spitz Jewelers has remained true to our founding philosophies. Founded on the tradition of service, quality, and value, today we proudly continue that tradition from the smallest request to the most intricate custom design. We love what we do, and with 3 generations of success as our inspiration, we look forward to continuing these traditions into the future. Come see us at 1333 North Main Street in Walnut Creek. Spitz Jewelers, making memories for over 75 years. Go Mustangs! So we're back here live at Monte Vista. The San Leandro player looked like he took a hit from a teammate, continued to run up the field, and then basically fell down around the 30-yard line. Was attended to, and then the professionals were able to get him on a cart and wheel him and take him to the hospital, but was conscious. He has, from what we were told, feeling in his extremities, but, safety is so important. So the teams are going to do about a 3-minute warm-up. They're about halfway through that, and then we'll restart the game. It'll be 1st and 10 for Monte Vista.
It'll be a
the touchdown. That's right.
Touchdown.
We had the kickoff return. Why don't we go ahead and play the highlights and recap the entire scoring? So Julian McMahon with 4 touchdowns rushing. The school record is 5. And running that stretch brilliantly to the boundary. McMahon, just a junior. And then this is reach week and getting into the end zone. And then Jones coming in here at fullback and running to the strength. A nice cut by McMahon to find the end zone. And then this was a 4th down very late in the first half. And San Leandro turned it over. Richadera with the fumble recovery, and then the Mustangs go deep. And Clausen with the catch gets called for the unsportsmanlike conduct. And then this is the last play, the kickoff return to put the Mustangs up 40-0. So we're waiting for the extra point. Next week, the Monte Vista Mustangs host Bellarmine College Preparatory. The last time they played the Mustangs, a certain quarterback named Kyle Wright, we had a big win over Bellarmine. I believe that's the only win in the history of the schools. And we'll delve into that a little deeper next week. So the Mustangs on for the extra point. 11:45 left here in the third quarter. The kick is up, and it's good. And the Mustangs lead 41-0. So it is a football game. You got to get back after it, but you really feel for those San Leandro athletes seeing one of their teammates get hurt and taken off the field by the professional medical staff. So tough to bounce back from.
It's tough for both teams. You never want to see anybody in that situation. And, we're fortunate to have a terrific team doctor in Mike Miklish, who was over there tending to him the whole time, and it doesn't get any better than that as far as having medical personnel. He's a terrific doctor, terrific person, and I'm sure he was very comforting for the young man.
So the Mustangs will kick off. Jungie missed one PAT this year, and that was on a 35-yard attempt after the unsportsmanlike conduct after the touchdown.
Speaking of doctors, not sure if they're watching, but I'd love to say hello to Jerry and Francis Davis. If they're able to, I'm sure they're watching.
Speaking of Hall of Famers, Dr. Davis is in the Monte Vista Hall of Fame and will be inducted next Saturday into the Monte Vista Football Hall of Fame. And that's Francis and Jerry Davis. They are a team.
Yes.
And speaking of when you realize how special this place was, is the first time having a meal with Jerry and says, you know, Babs, Bergie, come on over for some Memphis barbecue. Well, we're thinking it's a style of barbecue. No, this was flown in from Memphis.
No, Jerry's proud of his heritage from Tennessee.
Yep.
And
a little bubble, quick screen out here in the flat, and the Mustangs do a good job of rallying to the football. And it'll be second down. I got to credit San Leandro. They have done a good job of picking up positive yardage on first down.
Yeah, they have. You know, if they could just eliminate those mistakes, the turnover that they had, the offside penalties that they've had, hasn't been a lot. They had a few offsides early. They've kind of cleaned that up, and they played in front of the chains. They've just got to sustain drives
and stay away from the penalties. Ferguson in motion, sprint left to the Mustang bench. And just off the fingertips of Martez Ferguson Jr., and it'll go incomplete. It'll be third down, and that will stop the clock.
I knew as a coach when we played a wing T team, you really wanted to get up on them early and force them out of their game plan. Anybody that's a run-heavy team, when they get behind and they have to change what they want to do, it makes it difficult on them, and it tends to snowball. And whenever we played a team with those tendencies, we made a big effort on trying to get up early and put as many points up as we could.
So it'll be third down here for Monte Vista. The Pirates, Beatty will drop back to pass. He's under pressure. And then we've got a late flag, and that'll be a penalty on Monte Vista.
I'm not quite sure. It didn't look like there was actually any contact made.
It looked a lot worse than I think it was.
It looked like when the quarterback slid, whoever came in at him went over the top of him. And he did. You know, there might have been a little contact, but it looked like he avoided it for the most part. But, you know, they're just coming off an injury. Emotions are high, and it's a good opportunity for the officials to keep control of the game.
So Beatty will have to come out of the game. We just got our game day program, and it's been a tradition unlike any other, better than the Masters. And that'll be a first down on third penalty via first down for San Leandro against Monte Vista. It's a long legacy, but he continues, although his kids are all gone. I want to thank Garrett Garitano once again. Got a nice ad for NorCal Sports TV. His Nick's son still playing semi-pro ball. Got a nice picture over the weekend. But I really appreciate all the parents that put their time in selling the ads and making a great program.
Got the ball on the ground.
We've got a turnover. And see whose football it is.
Monte Vista football.
And Ferguson lost a fumble last week, turns it over here.
I think that play hit the ball hit the ground a couple times. It looked like the quarterback kind of dropped it. Yep, he dropped it on the snap and got the late handoff to him. It just never meshed well. The ball hit the ground twice on that play.
And it looks like you love to see this. Congdon will go in at quarterback. The senior team captain threw for nearly 2,000 yards last year. And he's going to take these snaps very serious. As you mentioned earlier, Coach, he loves to play football. 28 reach.
And look at it. Look at the offensive line. Great job of blocking. Great job of reading that
Carson
block.
Mix had the kickoff return, and then
55
he goes
run.
55 yards for another score. And you talk about inserting running backs into the stretch offense, and he's out the door. Back-to-back scores for Mix. The junior.
Showing great speed on both those touchdown runs.
We had a lot of backup running backs that got a lot of yardage late in games, running reach right, reach left. And then we've got an offsides on San Leandro. So normally in high school, at 35 points, you have a running clock. But we're not at that point. I mean, I know the math. It's 47-0, but no running clock at this point.
That might change.
That might change real quick. So Jungi again with the PAT attempt, the hold by Clausen, and the kick is up, and it's no good. So the 55-yard run by Carson Mix, and the Mustangs up big over San Leandro, 47-0. You're watching Monte Vista football on NorCal Sports TV. Monte Vista football on NorCal Sports TV, presented by American Asphalt, is brought to you in part by Ned Milan and Morgan Stanley, seeking to help you simplify your financial life by maximizing your potential for meeting life goals. Spitz Jewelers, making memories for over 75 years in Walnut Creek. Persevere Lending, we have capital available for you. And American Asphalt, taking care of business in the Bay Area for over 40 years. Subscribe to our YouTube channel where you're watching this game tonight, youtube.com/NorCal Sports TV, and you'll get updates of upcoming games. We do a lot of high school. We do a lot of junior college. Tomorrow, I'll be up in Santa Rosa for Santa Rosa JC hosting City College of San Francisco at 5 o'clock.
The Rams.
The Rams and the Bear Cubs. Maybe I'll see our old friend Craig McMillan. Kick taken around the 12-yard line and return to the 30. Thought he was down. Mix all over the stat sheet here in the last 3 or 4 plays. Mix with another tackle. Can you play that again, Luis? One of the key things we stressed is breaking down on the kickoff, not overrunning the play. Watch Monte Vista pitter-patter their feet and break down right there.
Really nice job. You see a lot of people coming to balance.
We
say coming to balance because you're not coming out of control. You're in good balance. You can move left. You can move right. You're not going to get the kill shot, and you're not looking for a kill shot on that. You're looking to get the guy down.
So it's 1st and 10. It looks like we've got a running clock now. And quarterback is Nicholas Chavez, who had some playing time in the first half. Play pass, deep throw. He's got a receiver, but has no idea the ball's coming, and it goes incomplete. Justin Ammons running the deep ball. And it'll be 2nd and 10 for the Pirates.
And they still haven't. We still have a clock stoppage. Nope. Now he's going to wind it.
And we got a thumbs up that the the clock operator acknowledged that he saw the wine signal. So next week, the Pirates are at Doherty Valley. Wyatt Eakin with another tackle, the senior.
I love seeing everybody get opportunities to get in and play a lot of football tonight. You know, everybody works hard all week long. It's nice when you have a game when everybody can get out and contribute.
Well, back in the day when we played on natural grass, we used to say getting everybody dirty. Well, of course, you still get dirty, but we've got this turf field. Is this the fourth turf field we've had?
This is it might be the fourth. I believe it's the third. It's the third.
Okay. You could have just agreed with me and said 4, but no big deal. I digress. And we've got a tackle. I thought it was maybe supposed to be a little bootleg or a sprint out here to the left, but nothing gained there by Chavez.
And it looks like another fourth down.
I think it looked like he dropped the snap again.
I think defensively, Monte Vista's done a terrific job tonight. I mean, other than the penalties that they gave up, and a couple of those were just judgment calls. And so, they've been very disciplined. They've tackled very well, ran to the football. They've shut the running game down. They've given up a couple of decent runs, but for the most part, they've done a terrific job.
So speaking of Bellarmine, they're losing to McClymonds 20-0 in Oakland. No, actually, that's at San Jose City College. Deep ball, and that's a PI. That's a good call.
Yeah.
You got to turn back and face the football. Shattuck called for the PI, and that'll be a 15-yard penalty and a first down. It's not an automatic first down. But since it was 4th and 9, it shouldn't be a surprise party. They're going to go deep on 4th and 9. You got to turn and face that football. It's a non-call.
He had good coverage on it.
He's right there.
He did a nice job. He's right there. Got to play the ball a little bit better in the air. But his coverage was excellent.
So another first down via penalties. I would say that would be the only criticism for the Mustangs tonight is the 4 or 5 plays they've, that have given first downs for penalties. You get into a closer game, those can hurt you.
And they've been extremely sound defensively. I mean, their blitzes have been timely. They haven't been out of position. They've had this team scouted very well. They've corralled the Ferguson brothers, who have shown a lot of quickness.
This might be the best 6-yard run you'll ever see, because this is a dribble off the fumble right there. Boom, dribble right back to you. Slips sliding away. What's it like to have speed in a phone booth? Google a phone booth, everybody. So it'll be 2nd and 6. This is a very young San Leandro team. As we mentioned, they've got 33 players on the roster, 8 sophomores and 3 freshmen. Nearly fumbled that one. Gains a couple. It'll be 3rd down and 4.
Well, with the backup quarterback in, you're going to have some mishaps. I'm sure he didn't get a lot of snaps offensively this week in practice, and so you're going to get some center quarterback exchange problems and some mesh point problems with the running back.
Especially with the traps and the quick hitters. It's all in that footwork.
And all these plays are all great experience for those young kids at San Leandro, and Coach Powers does a wonderful job. And you look out for these guys in a couple years. They're going to be right back to what they've always been.
Throw to the flat, and then we've got another. I think this is going to be pass interference on the Mustangs.
Looked like he held a jersey.
A push with a side of grab.
Extra crispy.
So another Mustang gift. on the pass interference, and that'll move the ball inside the 35-yard line.
I believe we got Will Gurney out at linebacker. Will, starting offensive lineman, who's done a great job getting a chance to play a little defense tonight. And, I think he's probably our most athletic lineman, moves very well, and it shows playing linebacker as well.
So 1st and 10 for the Pirates. They're going to go up top here. And we've got a hold, and that'll come back. So here's the rule change. Back when we coached, the flag is thrown there at the 42-yard line. It'd be 10 yards march from that spot. The new rule in high school, in which we like, it's going to go from the 10 yards back from the original line of scrimmage.
Which is what it should be, because if a holding takes place there, and that's where the quarterback got sacked, that's where the ball would end up anyway. So why would you go 10 yards further back than that?
That's a common sense rule. That's fantastic. And another one. Let's say the quarterback's running. He gets face masked 20 yards behind the line of scrimmage. In the old days, it was marched off from the spot of the foul. Now it's going to be marched off, so you get a true 15 yards.
Well, and the rule change that I'm so excited about that never was around, and I can't believe it took them this long to do it, was they finally adopted the college and professional rule where the quarterback breaks the pocket. All he needs to do is throw it out of bounds and pass the line of scrimmage. That's a safety issue.
Yes.
Before, that was intentional grounding. You had to find a receiver if you're running for your life. In college and pros, all they have to do is advance it past the line of scrimmage, throw it out of bounds. It's a safety issue, so the quarterbacks don't take unnecessary hits.
I like the rule change because I think you put officials in and we don't have enough officials. Put officials in a bad situation to make a judgment call. And so the fact that they changed that rule, you leave the judgment out of it. He's out of the pocket. When in doubt, let him throw it out of bounds. Nice timing to the sidelines. First, nice completion. It'll make it 3rd and 8.
And that's a tough
Ty
throw.
Morgan with a
left-hander who opens up to it and has to get his shoulders all the way around, makes a very nice throw. Good timing, good catch by the wide receiver.
Very sound. And Chavez, a junior. But these are some positive things. It's an ugly game for San Leandro. They're not happy about it. I know that. We've known Brad for a long time. But they're high school kids, so you have to find positive things, and that'll be the end of the 3rd quarter, and that was a great play. So it'll be 3rd down and 7 when we come back. Monte Vista leads San Leandro 47-0. You're watching Monte Vista football on NorCal Sports TV. Ned Milan has over 19 years of experience in the financial industry, serving individuals, their families, business owners, and corporate executives. Ned proactively helps to develop a comprehensive financial plan in order to provide the appropriate investment strategy for clients. This includes retirement and estate planning, asset management, tax planning, and liability management. Please contact 1998 Monte Vista alum Ned Milan to develop a plan for your family. Ned Milan at Morgan Stanley, seeking to help you simplify your financial life by maximizing your potential for meeting life goals.
We go. Why would there be a
So after the quarter break, the Pirates will have the football, and it'll be 3rd down and 6. I'm Chris Babcock, joined by my partner in crime, better known as the Road Show here, Bergman and Babcock. NorCal Sports TV, Chavez trying to lead the Pirates offense for a score. Throw out here, and that's a catch. Now, Terrace Campbell did the same thing that Clausen did after he scored the touchdown. No call. That's fine. Let's move on. I digress. But I like I like the lefty quarterback giving his chance for his guy to make a play there. So it'll be 1st and goal. And see if these backups of the Mustangs can continue to hold the Pirates out of the end zone. They're going to continue to throw the football. He pays the price, but I think he gets into the end zone, and he does. Chavez with the 5-yard scamper. Running away from pressure, and he literally had a couple of offensive linemen standing around and watching him as he runs into the end zone, and the Pirates are on the scoreboard. Want to thank both coaches for helping us prepare for this game, and hopefully it was reflective in the broadcast. Once again, we'll be back. Well, Coach won't be here, but I'll be here. Maybe he'll be listening and watching in from Pittsburgh, PA, allegedly. Ferguson with the 2-point conversion. 47-8. Monte Vista. He's so quick, he outran his pullers. So you got to be aware, you got to have your hands team ready, right? You know, they're normally kick the ball short anyway, but I would imagine that San Leandro might onside here, Coach.
Well, I don't think so. I think I would expect a squib, just something hard like they do. If I'm Monte Vista, I put my regular return team out there. It looks like they might have a hands team going out, but at this point, I think I just play it normal, and I don't think Coach Bowers will do an onside kick. It may look like one, but because that's kind of what they do on their kicks anyway.
One of our old players, Connor Kirkpatrick, had a great career at UC Davis. He was a Swiss Army knife his senior year. Only catch a lot of touchdown passes. Made a lot of extra points and field goals.
Absolutely terrific football player. And he was a very good basketball player, just a good athlete.
So the Pirates line up with 11. I think they gave the signal. Well, I don't want to say you were wrong or I was right. That was whatever kick it was, it went out of bounds. Looked a little onside-ish to me.
That looked like a squib to me. They kicked it too hard for it to be onside.
So the Mustangs are going to take the football, I'm sure. They're not going to make them re-kick it. So the Mustangs will take over on their own 40-yard line after the squib onside kick. We should do a poll.
I think we're going to see a steady dose of reach and reach weak.
A lot of guys up in the box for the Pirates. Christian Bruner, the senior, gets the carry.
Running the zone, the outside zone. Nice job of hitting it up in there.
Hey, one step, cut and go.
Boy, you make a living at 2nd and 5.
Mustangs, everybody lining up in the right spot, having good tempo out of the huddle. Congdon will keep it himself, and he's off to the races. Nice chunk play there by the senior captain.
Yeah, you love seeing that, but you also, he's an integral part of your defense, and
Also an important part.
A very important part, and you want to make sure that he comes away limping a little bit. You certainly don't want to see an injury at this point by any team.
You should have a contest to see how many times in a row you can run reach.
Well,
can you do it 9 in a row? There's one. Nice cut. Didn't get a lot of help from the slot receiver.
No. And that slot receiver's got to
a
play a
tough
little
block.
bit tighter in case that guy does come off the edge. You'll see receivers awfully wide, has a hard time blocking the edge defender because the guy comes shooting inside of him right there. And that's what happens with it. You got to be in the point. You want to be in a situation where you can get in front of that guy and stalk him.
I'm out in the football field right now working on that. Being aware of guy coming off the edge and maintaining your split. Mustangs don't have enough guys on the line of scrimmage.
Bunch set. Might see the pitch out of it. Yep. Oh,
just get on it.
Don't switch the ball back and forth too much. It's a lot of changing of hands right there.
The running back, you're not a juggler. When you switch the ball, you have the potential to fumble it right there. And then again.
Yeah, twice. Well, that's the first negative play they've had tonight. They've been on the positive end of, I believe, every play that they've run tonight.
So McMahon won't see any more PT. He had 4 touchdowns, 1 away from the Monte Vista record.
That was a nice toss by
Because Mix just
Congdon.
said, I'm going to just take this one to the house on the pooch kick.
I'd like to see Mateo get an opportunity to throw one here. I don't think we will, but
naked. Congdon. Pass. Reception. The sophomore.
good athleticism out of Mateo. Boy, nice job of pulling up in the hole. Good quick release of the crossing tight end. Right here, makes the kid miss. Throws it on the run.
Whoosh part.
Got a lot of experience. Mateo's got a lot of experience at quarterback.
His first high school catch was for a touchdown against Granada last week.
Going to try the 38-yard field goal.
So that was he had a couple of catches last week and gets one there. Good practice here for Jungi. The 38-yard field goal attempt is going to be just.
Yeah.
Oh, it's good.
We have a roughing on the holder.
You hate to see that. Luke Clausen. He take one to the side of the head.
He took one to the knee. He was the holder, and two kids came in on it. It wasn't dirty. They came for the block, and you'll get a good look at it. Here it is right here.
Yeah, it wasn't like they were spearing. They were going for the block, and that was the wake of their action there.
And he looked like he was in a position that wouldn't have put it. It didn't look like it was a knee issue, more like probably a contusion. He looked like he took a helmet to the leg.
So this will be. So they decline the penalty
and take the points. Yeah,
but
could have just taken it and run the clock out too.
But couldn't you just taken that on the kickoff?
No, because it's a live ball foul.
Gotcha.
And so since it's a live ball foul, should you take that, you get the ball back with a first down, and take the points off the board. Either way,
what am I going to do next week when you're not here to explain things like that? We might have to zoom in from
epitome and facius.
Hey. You know another Mustang I talked to today, Coach?
Wasn't Chris Buchanan because he's off the grid.
No, number 6. Always took the 96 to the house, ran a lot of 0s, 8s, and probably made the biggest touchdown reception in the history of this field. Sammy to saw.
And the fastest kid that's ever played here.
I knew real early, our first drill in freshman football camp, where nobody could tackle that kid. 2-on-1, 3-on-1, didn't matter. I said, I think we got a guy. And we did. All-time leading receiver in the history of Monte Vista football. Nice return. And we got about a minute left here.
And when you say minute, you mean minute.
I mean a minute. And it's going fast. Good ball game for the Mustangs. They ran the ball very effectively. McMahon with 4 touchdowns. Carson Mix with a kickoff return. I can't remember us ever having back-to-back kickoff returns for a touchdown. Back-to-back weeks, that's great job by the special teams. The lefty, nice ball down the sidelines. That was pass interference and called. If he doesn't interfere, I think it's a touchdown. And that's the ball game. We'll come back and wrap things up. The Mustangs get their first time since 2021 that they have won back-to-back games. Great job by Coach Millard and company. We'll wrap it up here after this commercial break. You're watching Monte Vista football on NorCal Sports TV. So the Mustangs get the win. Julian McMahon, 4 touchdown runs to make it 28-0, and then a pass from Turner to Clausen, 47 yards on basically the last scrimmage play of the first half. And the Mustangs led at halftime 34-0. Then they got the opening kickoff, and Carson Mix took it 70 yards to the house for a touchdown. And then we had about a 35 to 40-minute delay with a player injured from San Leandro, was taken to the hospital. He had feeling in extremities, was always conscious, but safety is always a priority, so hopefully best to him. And we'll try to give an update if we hear from Coach Bowers and post something on X. Then Mix again with the 55-yard run. And then San Leandro put together their best drive of the game. Chavez with the run, Ferguson with the 2-point conversion, and then Carter Jungi with a 38-yard field goal to wrap it up 50-8. Coach, what did you think of the Mustangs' performance?
I really love the execution. I thought they looked very sharp. Didn't make too many mental mistakes at all. Very, for the most part, penalty-free. We had a couple of judgment calls that can always go your way or the other, but I thought that defensively they ran around and they made a lot of plays, and they bent, but they didn't break. They made a couple of mistakes that gave the first downs. Offensively, I thought their execution was excellent. They ran the ball and threw the ball equally effectively and mixed it up very well, so they're going to be tough to defend.
So Also want to congratulate the big fella. He's not only a Monte Vista Hall of Famer, but on Saturday, while he won't be here, I won't be here either. On Saturday, it was the 2021 class, the COVID thing. He's also now a member of the Monte Vista Hall of Fame, so congratulations to Coach Bergman, and we'll catch up with him on the East Coast. So we'll close it out here from Sam Zackheim Memorial Field, where Monte Vista beats San Leandro 58-8 to win this non-league matchup. Make it 6 straight the Mustangs have won over the Pirates. Our next Monte Vista football game will be on NorCal Sports TV. It will be Friday, September 8th, when the Mustangs host Bellarmine College Preparatory at 7 p.m. You've been watching Monte Vista football on NorCal Sports TV, presented by American Asphalt. Thanks to our crew, Carlos Montanez, Naomi Carroll, my broadcast partner, Craig Bergman, statistician Dan Jones, Alan Holter on research, and our director, Luis Rangel. I'm Chris Babcock here in Danville. Good night, and thanks for being on the show.